Hi, namaste. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to guide you through an introduction to the Ashtanga Yoga practice today. This will be about a 30-minute practice where we just work on building some of the basic foundations of Ashtanga Yoga, which is really a practice that's about moving with your breath. So if you'd like to join me at home, all you're going to need is ideally a yoga mat, or if you don't have that, maybe just use a carpet or a rug, something that you're comfortable being on the floor on. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's come to our mat. And we're actually going to start with some breath awareness. You'll find in Ashtanga that it's all about moving with the breath. The breath is really gold in this practice. So we'll start with breath awareness. Just lie down on your back and bring your spine to neutral. Now, as you lie down, try and straighten out the legs. If that's uncomfortable for you, if it's hard to relax in that position, you can alternatively bend your knees, place the soles of feet on the floor, and just let your knees, your inner knees, touch inside. Either that or straight legs, and right hand on the belly and left hand across the heart. And just go ahead and close your eyes and take a moment here for yourself. Find a sense of stillness, a sense of starting to quiet the mind down. I actually have a bee buzzing around me right now, so my mind's not very quiet. Let's see if I can just let it be, literally. Now let's take a deep breath in together, so full breath. Notice where the breath goes. See if you can feel it with your hands, maybe the belly, the chest. And exhale, let it go. Now keep the breath free, don't try to change it, just take a big breath. And exhale, let it go. And just come back to your natural breath. We're going to practice a couple breathing techniques. One of them to learn how to do the proper Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi means victorious. And in order to do this breath, we need to learn how to use the muscles of the back of the throat, just a slight constriction, I would say, or a slight contraction of those muscles to slow down the air as we breathe. So we're going to use a few mouth breaths to actually feel that because it's a little easier to feel. Okay, so just settle into a little exhale, just let your breath go. Inhale through the nose. Full breath. Open your mouth and sigh out really slowly. See if you can meter that breath out. Now, keep your mouth open, a little different. We're going to inhale through the mouth. You'll notice when you do this, you actually use the back of the throat. It has a ha sound. And then keeping the mouth open, let's exhale through the mouth. Nice work. Now, close the mouth, inhale through the nose. Try to use the same part of the throat. It might be a little softer now. And then keeping the mouth closed, exhale through the nose. And you should start to hear a slight aspirate sound, like the sound of water running in a stream. Take another breath in. And a slow exhale. Now just coming back to your natural breath. So don't worry too much if that was tricky to find. It will come with practice the more and more you do it. We're going to go on to the second technique where we actually direct the breath into the thoracic area. So it'll feel like you're trying to get a three-dimensional quality to your breath where your ribs spread apart in all directions. And the way I'm going to cue you for finding that is breathing into the chest, into the side ribs, into the back ribs, and into the heart. So it's this full expansion, okay? So let's start with an exhalation. And now big inhale into the chest, the side ribs, the back ribs, and the heart, full breath. And exhale, let it go. Try to breathe out through the nose now. Keeping the belly still, navel to spine. We'll inhale into the chest, the ribs, the back ribs, and the heart. Full breath. And exhale slowly. Really learning how to control and manage your breath. Once more. Inhale into the chest, the side ribs, the back ribs, and the core of the heart. Full breath. Slow exhale. And inhale, bend your knees into your chest. Just wrap your hands around your knees. Take a wrist or the fingers, squeeze it in. We're going to rock up to sit. So just bringing the hands behind the knees, rock forward, and we'll come all the way to stand on our feet. So we'll work on Samasthiti, equal standing pose. Bring your big toes together to touch, heels about 1/2 inch apart or so. Fan out the toes, really connect the balls of the feet to the ground and broaden them. See if you can broaden the entire soles of the feet, front to back and side to side. So you start to bring some life, some energy into your body, starting with your feet. Lift your chin to neutral, so your face points straight forward. And let your eye gaze just slowly travel towards the tip of the nose, a little bit beyond the tip of the nose. So you have a soft downward gaze. Become aware of your arms. Bring all the fingers together and stretch them down evenly so that the shoulders broaden, but they also start to drop down. Draw the shoulder tips back, so shoulder tips being the outer shoulder area, just slightly back in space, and lift the heart. Draw the core of the body into your awareness by hugging the navel into the spine gently and drawing the tailbone either towards the earth or into the body. So it really neutralizes the pelvis here. Take a nice full breath in, finding that 3-dimensional rib cage breathing. And a full breath out, anchoring those feet on the earth. Let's do that once more. So nice big inhale. Notice the weight evenly distributed in the feet. And as you exhale, firm the thighs, squeeze the legs in towards each other. Now we'll add on some extra movements. So with the arms, inhale, keep the posture of the body the same. Start to float the arms out to the side and stretch the arms up. Just keep the gaze forward for now and bring your hands together if you can. Exhale, float the arms all the way down. Imagine you're pushing the air down, so you're learning how to move with lots of awareness. Inhale, float the arms up. Keep the gaze forward, bring the hands high, hands touch. And exhale, arms by the side. Good. We'll add on another layer with the head position. So inhale, floating the arms up. This time, let the head fall back, lifting the gaze to the thumbs. And exhale, swim all the way back, arms by the side. So now we'll practice Surya Namaskar A, movement and breath together. Inhale, float the arms up, bring the hands together, gaze up to the thumbs. And Dve, exhale, forward fold, lead with the heart and the chin, micro bend the knees and curl into your legs, face to shins. Trini, inhale, come into a halfway lift and pause. Broaden the collarbones, draw the shoulders back towards the hips, lift the sitting bones a little bit, keep the tailbone into the body. And now exhale, Chatwari. We'll plant the hands on the mat and we're going to step left foot and right foot back into a high plank position. Here we're going to hold, so we're modifying these Surya Namaskars. 5 breaths, deep breath in, press the heels back. Deep breath out, make the arms longer, push the floor away. That's 1. Inhale, reach forward through the crown of the head. Keep the chin up. Exhale here, lift the lower belly into the body. That's 2. 3 more breaths, spread the shoulders away from the spine. Inhale. Exhale, lift the back of the knees up to the ceiling or the sky. That's 3. 2 more, inhale. Keep the belly firm and exhale. If this is really a bit much, just feel free to lower the knees to modify. 1 more big breath. We're trying to build our strength up. And this time, exhale, lower both knees to the mat. Bend your arms back. Go really, really slow here. Bend your elbows back towards your ribs and lower down with control, as slow as you can. We're going to modify this upward dog. We'll skip the upward dog. We're coming into a cobra. So untuck the toes, firm the legs. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest. Take the hands off the floor. And actually, we'll come into Shalabhasana here to build spine strength. So lift the feet. Stretch the arms back and hold. 3 breaths. Drop the chin. 1. Lifting through the back of the body. 2. Try to roll the inner thighs up to the ceiling. And 3. Exhale. Plant the hands by the ribs. Bring the feet down. Inhale. Press back to the knees. Tuck your toes under and lift the hips into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 deep breaths. Feet parallel. 1.
You're going to lift the hips nice and high back and behind you. 2, draw the lower ribs into the body. 3, if you're a little stiffer here, bend the knees slightly, lift the hips higher. 4, one more. 5, gaze forward, come high on the toes. Step your right foot forward a few inches. Shift the weight to the right foot, step the left foot, and so forth. Just keep walking forward. Try to keep your hands flat on the floor. Bring your big toes together to touch when you get to the top. Inhale into that halfway lift, flat back, shoulders back. Exhale, bow forward and bring belly to thighs, face to shins. Press into the feet, lift the head and heart. Inhale, strong legs brings you up. Reach the hands high, hands together, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, swim all the way back to Samasthiti. So we'll repeat this a couple times. Inhale, float the arms up high. Exhale, bow forward, lead with the heart. Take your time. Inhale, open up the collarbones, shoulders back, hips back and up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Hold for a breath. So deep breath in, solidify the strength of the core of the shoulders. Exhale, knees to the ground if need be, and lower all the way down. This time we'll try out our upward dog. So untuck the toes, roll the shoulders back. If you could stick with cobra into Shalabhasana or press up into upward dog, linger here for a moment. So feel the legs are strong, knees off the floor, relax your butt. Try to hug your hands back as you pull your chest forward. Gently drop the head and keep the eye gaze turned down to the tip of the nose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1. Anchor those hands down. Keep the knuckles pressing down. 2. Pay particular attention to your index knuckle and your thumb. 3. Keep really lifting high through the outer edges of the hips. 4. Pressing the thighs back behind you in space and the shins back behind you in space. 5. Lift your gaze, come high on the toes, step your left foot forward a little bit, and then the right, and so forth. Try to keep the hands flat, bring the big toes together. Inhale, head up. Exhale, melt forward. Now lifting head and heart, engage the core. Inhale, stretch the arms high. And exhale, Samasthiti, arms by the side. Once more, we'll do with the traditional vinyasa count. Ekam, inhale, take the arms up. Dve, exhale, forward fold. Trini, inhale, head up. Chatwari, exhale, go back. And this time, lowering down on the exhale, welcome to drop the knees or coming to Chaturanga halfway down. Inhale, brush the toes back, lift the heart, knees off the floor, up dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog position. 5 deep breaths. 1. Drop your head all the way down, no tension in the neck, gazing towards the navel or the knees if it's a bit much. 2. 3. Try to make each breath very full, very deep. 4. Soft sound, like the sound of water moving through pipes or trickling down a stream. 5. Gaze forward, come high on the tippy toes. This time you can tiptoe forward, or if possible, bend the knees and take a nice big step forward. Right foot and then the left. Inhale, head up, half lift. Exhale, bow forward into the legs. And now rising up, press into the feet. Inhale, floating the arms up high. And exhale, arms by the side. So we're going to practice just a couple rounds of Surya Namaskar B. This one we'll start with bending the knees. So bend the knees, squeeze the knees in. Inhale, reach the arms up, hands together, gaze up to thumbs. Exhale, bow all the way forward, belly to thighs, face to the shins. Inhale, lift the gaze, broaden the collarbones, open the chest. Exhale, step, or you can add a hop. I'm showing you the step. And we'll lower down halfway, Chaturanga, or knees to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog if you can, or stay with cobra and locust. Exhale, downward facing dog, taking it back. Now, Turn your left heel inwards, so your left foot comes at about a 45 angle, and step it slightly forward and closer to your right foot. Press into the ball of your left foot. Pick up your right foot and lift your right knee to your chest and step it all the way forward inside the right thumb. Lower the back heel down, press firmly into the feet, draw the right hip back. And now inhale, rising up, warrior one breath, hands together. And exhale, bring your hands back down, lift the back heel, and step back, plank pose. Lowering down, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog or cobra and locust. Exhale, downward dog position. Turn the right heel in, step the foot slightly forward. Press into the ball of the right foot, lift the left knee to the chest, and step the left foot all the way forward. Lower the back heel down, pressing firmly into the feet. Inhale, lift the arms with the spine, hands together. And exhale, plant the hands, lift the back heel, and step back. Lowering down, chaturanga option to drop the knees, and I'm showing here coming halfway down. Inhale, flick to the tops of the feet to lift the heart, up dog. And exhale, downward dog position. 5 deep breaths. 1. 2. A big part of the practice is just learning how to be still and connected to yourself. 3. Not letting yourself get distracted by every little thing. 4. Giving this time for yourself. 5. Lift your gaze, come high on the toes, bend the knees, you can step, you can tiptoe. If you'd like to, you can hop forward. Inhale, head up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Keep the legs strong as you inhale, lift the arms, the legs are the roots. And exhale, come back to stand. Samasthiti. Okay, let's do one more. Ekam, inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms high. Dve, exhale, deep bow, let the head drop, your neck is long. Trini, inhale, don't be in a rush, lift the heart, open the chest. Chaturanga, exhale, step or hop back, I'll show you to step. And we'll lower down, either chaturanga or coming through the cobra. Inhale, locust. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog position. Turning the left heel in, a little bit forward. Press into the ball of the left foot, lift the right knee to the chest, step forward, lowering the back heel down. Inhale, reach the arms high. And Ashtanga, exhale, plant the hands, step back and lower. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha, and exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha. Turning the right heel in, step the left foot forward, pressing into the feet to come up. So anything that touches the ground, we anchor it down. Exhale, bring the hands back, stepping back to lower. Inhale, Triodasha, upward dog. And Chaturdasha, exhale, roll back slowly, downward dog position. Deep breaths, 5 breaths here. 1. 2. Where can you find more length, more space in the body here? 3. Think about turning the eyes or the creases of the elbow slightly forward in the arms. 4. Broadening your upper back, and then lift the hips and broaden the hips. 5. Gaze forward, come high on the tippy toes, bend the knees, tiptoe, step or hop. Panchadasha, inhale, head up. Shodasha, exhale, head down. Saptadasha, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, lift the arms. And then exhale, standing up, straight legs. Samasthiti. Come down to sit down on your mat. Cross-legged position. Or if you have very open hips, you could come into a lotus. Right leg folds in and then the left. Okay, I'll just show you cross-legged position. And we'll come into our final 3 finishing postures. So Baddha Padmasana, bound lotus, taking the hands behind the back, right arm and then the left. Catch onto opposite elbows or the forearms. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze for a moment.
And exhale with that length, start to fold down. 10 deep breaths, letting the head bow forward. 1, just go to where you can. If your head comes to the ground, that's good. If not, that's good. 2, 3, sealing in the practice. This is called Yoga Mudra, the seal of yoga. 4, 5. I always think about really anchoring the parts of my legs touching the ground here into the ground. 6, kind of pressing into the earth to create a lift in the body. 7, and also there's a sense of surrender, letting go. 8, connection to the breath. 9, 10, stay engaged, lower belly in, press into the parts of the legs touching the floor. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming into just some breathing. So Yana Mudra, thumb and forefinger touch. The other 3 fingers are together, straight, and they point down, elbows straight. Lift the heart, lengthen up so the spine is tall. And then chin lock, which is called Jalandhara Bandha, just slowly dropping the chin slightly towards the heart. 1, deep breaths here, 10 times. 2, 3, allow yourself to settle into a soft meditative focus. 4, anchoring the sits bones into the earth. 5, lift the heart. 6, shoulders back, neck long. 7, deep breath, soft sound. 8, letting the ribs open like an umbrella opening each time you breathe in. 9, last one. 10, lifting the chin, Uplutihi. This means lifting up pose. So we'll take the hands to the floor, forward of the hips, so about halfway up the thighs. Spread the fingers wide, think jazz hands. Lift your knees. Feel that you squeeze the knees into the core of the body, so you're starting to engage your core. Shift your shoulders over the wrists, and now anchor down and press up. 10 breaths. 1, keep your chin up, eye gaze just down the tip of the nose there. 2, maybe smile. 3, I'll count fast, don't worry, this is strong. 4, this is your last little strength challenge here. 5, if you're in lotus, you'll lift the whole lotus up if you can. 6, just try to stay up. 7, strong shoulders, don't give up. 8, breathing deeply. 9, one more, stay up. 10, good, exhale. It's always good to have that last challenge at the end. Okay, let's close with the hands together at the heart. Take a nice big breath in, lift the heart, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow the chin towards the heart. Take this time in a sacred bow to honor the space inside of you that made time for your practice today. Your well-being is a gift not only to you, but to the world around you. Because when we become more empowered people, connected to our wellness, taking responsibility for that, that definitely has a ripple effect in the world. So honor that space inside of you. We'll close today with the sound of Om. So taking a nice deep breath in. Please feel free to take a Shavasana now, which is ideal. So just relaxing on your back. Take a few minutes just to totally let go, closing the eyes, allowing yourself time to just be, and then slowly coming out of Shavasana, maybe after a couple of minutes or 5 minutes if you have the time would be ideal. I'm going to leave you to enjoy that on your own. Thanks so much for joining me at home, and I hope you enjoyed the class and got something out of it. Feel free to comment or let me know how you went. Namaste.